Tactical Guy 1 here from the YouTube world. I want to share this story with you guys because I believe it's very important that you guys understand how when a person files a complaint against an officer because either the officer used excessive force or he simply or she simply lied, I believe that's a very good tool because you can help the next person. There was a time where I was being contacted, some attorneys were contacting me because I had filed a complaint on some officers from Glendale, California, and they had a client who pretty much alleged the same thing that I alleged, that an officer was lying. And so it helped the defense because they were able to get that information and they were able to show the jury that look, this officer tends to lie a lot, and pretty much the officer did something similar to this other person. And so he was able to show to the defense eventually that look, this officer has a pattern of practice of doing this. Okay, and so you may be helping the next person if you file a complaint. And that's why I had to share the story with you guys, because it's about how a district attorney's office keeps tabs on questionable cops. Unfortunately, they do not share the list with people, of course, but because it's supposedly the DA policing the police, which we all know is nonsense. They work hand in hand. But the point is that I believe it's very important to file complaints against officers for whatever reason. Even if they start cursing at you, that's very unprofessional. I would say, hey, this officer was cursing at me and I don't appreciate it. He was a very, or she was a very hostile person for no reason. And that's it, and file that. But that's something I would do. So eventually it does help people out. And so it goes on to say, Bakersfield, California, there is a secretive and controversial list of police officers kept by the Kern County District Attorney's Office with the names of cops found to have serious credibility issues. It's called the Brady List. An officer can land on the list if he or she has been convicted of a crime, falsified reports, lied to superiors, used excessive force, or other misdeeds. Fortunately, the Brady lists don't tend to be very big in most jurisdictions, said Kern County Assistant District Attorney Scott Spielman. How many cops in Kern County are on the Brady list? It varies, said Spielman, who is the keeper of the list at any given time. It can have names added to it. It can have names taken off of it. People may no longer be officers, so they may not be testifying. Cops on the list are commonly referred to as Brady Cops. In a 1963 case known as Brady versus Maryland, the Supreme Court ruled that evidence affecting the credibility of a police officer as a witness may be exculpatory and should be given to the defense. Hence the term Brady Cops, referring to officers who have been dishonest. So I'm going to stop there. It goes on. I will post the link. But the point was that I believe it's very important to file a complaint against an officer who's either been dishonest, used excessive force, hostile, or even simply rude, because that goes to the officer's credibility later on. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope this video helped you guys out, and Godspeed.